Yes.
What?
I am sorry, y'all. Yes. Yes, I know I was wrong. I ain't have no business going off like that, but
What?
I am sorry, y'all. Yes.
What?
No, huh?
Pull up right now. Pull up.
Okay.
Pull up.
No, it was just, I apologize.
The woman you see apologizing in this video is 27-year-old Ronita Williams. Standing behind her with a gun in hand is her new boyfriend, Jonathan Robinson, 37 years of age. In this video, Ronita is forced to apologize on Facebook Live, and shortly after, in the same video, Ronita's life ends.
Yes, that's her. Let me see the phone, son.
No. Just want to be famous. I'm going to make him famous.
No.
Want to be famous? I'm going to make you famous. I do.
Yes.
I'm telling you I get on these bitches never.
No.
This is one of the most heartbreaking stories I have covered on this channel, and what is more painful is how this came to happen.
Women are the winners.
I ain't gonna say all men women. I'm gonna say me and my niggas winning though. The niggas
Okay, well 10 dudes winning. Okay. Let them tell it.
Yeah, we winning.
Yeah, let y'all tell it.
We don't know how to lose. We don't even take losses good. At nothing. I mean that, nothing.
But anyway, y'all know what it here for, women. We already know what it here for.
What?
Okay. Nothing. What?
Exactly.
To
nothing.
be unsaid.
Nothing.
To be untold.
Exactly, nothing.
To be untold.
Fuck with a nigga out of 10 too.
This is the life and death of Ronita Williams. Ronita Williams, lovingly known as Nunu by those closest to her, was born and raised in Shreveport, Louisiana, a city often associated with high crime and poverty rates. She was a loving mom of 3 kids from a past relationship that didn't last. Even though it was hard to raise them by herself, Ronita did everything she could to give them a good life. Her kids always came first. She loved them deeply, and people around her admired how she took care of her family while still working toward her own dreams. In fact, Ronita was not just a caring mother. She also worked hard and became a successful interior designer. She was really good at turning plain houses into beautiful homes. Her talent and dedication helped her get noticed in her community. She often posted photos and updates of her designs on Facebook, and people online began to notice and admire her talent. Because of this, she started getting more clients and was recommended for even more jobs. Her life was looking bright. She had her kids, a job she loved, and people from Louisiana who loved and supported her.
I'm from Shreveport. We real country. It's a murder every day. We still thumping. That's Louisiana. What we doing big.
But then, everything started to change when one thing happened. Ronita met a man named Jonathan Robinson. He was 37 years old and also lived in Shreveport, Louisiana. In the beginning, everything seemed fine between them. They spent time together and shared happy moments. For example, in this video,
Women are the winners.
I ain't gonna say all men women. I'm gonna say me and my niggas winning though. The
Okay.
niggas
Okay, well 10 dudes winning. Okay. Let them tell it.
Yeah, we winning.
Yeah, let y'all tell it.
We don't know how to lose. We don't even take losses good. At nothing. I mean that, nothing.
But anyway, y'all know what it here for, women. We already know what it here for.
What?
Okay. Nothing. What?
Exactly,
To
nothing.
be unsaid.
Nothing.
To be untold.
Exactly, nothing.
To be untold.
Fuck with a nigga out of 10 too.
you could see both of them smiling and having fun. Just 2 people enjoying their relationship and looking like a good match. But Ronita didn't know that this man would bring a lot of trouble, not only into her life, but also her kids' lives. Although he seemed like he truly cared about her and her children, that didn't last long. His real personality started to show, and it would be worse than anything Ronita and her family could have imagined. Jonathan was a man with a deeply troubled past. It was one that was defined by violence, crime, and destruction. I mentioned earlier about how tough some parts of Shreveport can be. Jonathan grew up right in the middle of those difficult conditions. He saw violence and danger around him almost every day, and that kind of environment had a big impact on the kind of person he became. From a young age, Jonathan was always getting into trouble with the law. Over the years, he built up a long record filled with serious crimes, especially violence and drug-related offenses. For almost 20 years, he was arrested many times for things like assault, domestic violence, and even attempted murder. Here's a whole list of Jonathan's crimes from a public record. Jonathan spent much of his life in and out of jail, so when he was released the last time, his path crossed with Renita, a kind, hardworking, and loving mother of 3. Renita was actually the very opposite of Jonathan. Remember, Renita had a very humble upbringing. She had a loving mother and another hardworking brother she grew up with, but despite the difference, even Jonathan's dark past, Renita still welcomed him into her life with open arms. Looking back, this would turn out to be a big mistake, but at that time, Renita believed in love and she thought Jonathan deserved one. Jonathan didn't just act like a boyfriend, he quickly became more than that. From the beginning, he stepped in as a father figure to Renita's kids. He was present at school events, acted like a protector, and made himself feel like part of the family. This was something Renita never got from her previous partner, so it felt like a fresh start. But there was something else, something darker, that Renita didn't see coming. Now, do you remember this video from earlier? The one where Renita is apologizing before she was shot? This is where it all began. This man had another woman he was deeply in love with. In fact, their relationship had been going on for years, even from when they were much younger. Renita had no idea about this. She didn't know she wasn't the only one in his life. Without realizing it, she had become part of a love triangle, and sadly, that other woman would be the reason everything in Renita's life started to fall apart. Now, it's at this point in this shocking story that I want to introduce the other woman, but for the sake of her privacy, let's name her Nancy. In Jonathan's life, Nancy wasn't just a random woman. She had been with him for a long time and was an important part of his world. We don't know if Renita knew about Nancy at first, but at some point, both women found out about each other. Even after learning the truth, they both stayed in the situation. Renita became the side chick and Nancy was seen as the main one, but things didn't stay calm for long. Jealousy and anger started to grow, and that's when the real trouble began. They started exchanging uncomfortable words on Facebook, and the comments from others only made the situation worse. As the rivalry grew, Renita, who came from a humble and respectful background, started to feel overwhelmed. Towards the end of 2017, she decided to walk away from the relationship. She chose to focus on her kids, her interior design work, and her own peace of mind. Renita later went on Facebook and made a post congratulating herself for walking away from a toxic relationship. She stated that it was a long journey and many long nights. It was her way of showing strength and letting the world know she had finally chosen peace over drama.
Thank you, Tasia. Hi, Foodie. Hi, Edna. Hi, Brianna. Kiki. Hi, Misha. Hey, the rest of y'all that I couldn't see.
But Jonathan didn't want to let it go. He kept calling, asking for another chance. Renita gave in and took him back. Now, remember the drama that first started on Facebook? Well, it picked up again right from where it had ended. The online tension returned, and this time, it was even worse. One day, while Renita had just reunited with Jonathan, she recorded a short video to let the Facebook world know who the side chick and main chick is.
Who was side bitch?
Oh, shit, I don't know. Tell them who the side bitch is.
No,
Okay.
you ain't now.
Tell them, baby.
You not the side bitch. Why that?
Shit, I don't know who the side bitch is, right? I'm trying to see where she at. I'm the side bitch? Oh.
You heard it yourself in this video. Jonathan himself says that Renita is not the side chick, which means Nancy was. That video alone changed everything and added more tension to an already toxic situation. From Nancy's point of view, the woman who had been with Jonathan the longest, it was Renita who was trying to take her man. She felt hurt and betrayed, especially since Jonathan kept going back to Renita, even though Renita had moved on. So, feeling upset, Nancy made a post on Facebook that read, "Stop trying to ruin someone else's happiness by dealing with a taken man, because you might just end up being miserable." And when Renita saw this, she replied in a bold way, "Don't play with me, because I promise you, you ain't gonna like the way I play back." As the two women continued throwing words at each other, things only got worse. Each one kept going back to Jonathan asking for answers, wanting to know where they stood, who was the main and side chick. It reached a point where Jonathan couldn't handle the pressure anymore. Instead of walking away or telling the truth, he made a choice. And the way he chose to show it turned out to be the most horrific and heartbreaking decision of all. Jonathan Robinson woke up on the morning of April 12, 2018, with one thing on his mind: revenge. Fueled by rage and obsession, he made the long drive from Houston, Texas to Shreveport, Louisiana, where Renita lived. But this wasn't just a visit. Jonathan came armed with a gun and a dark plan he was ready to carry out. As soon as he got to the city, he went straight to the home of Anita Williams, Renita's mother. Jonathan forced his way into the house, demanding an apology from Renita, one that would be made in a very terrifying way.
Just want to be famous, I'm going to make him famous.
No.
Want to be famous, I'm going to make you famous.
Jonathan demanded an apology for the social media posts that embarrassed both him and his girlfriend, Nancy. He asked her to turn on Facebook Live and apologize right there for all her followers to see. But when Renita stood her ground and refused to apologize the way he wanted, the already tense situation took a terrifying turn. Jonathan went back to the car and picked up his gun. He returned, this time holding it live. What had started as a confrontation quickly turned into a deadly situation. I'll play this video where you can hear his voice full of rage and not calming down.
Pull up right now. Pull up.
Okay.
Pull up.
Inside that home, Renita, her mother, and her brother were suddenly hostages, trapped at gunpoint. When the tension grew, Renita's mother, Anita, saw a small chance to escape. But before she could reach safety, Jonathan fired his gun at Anita, narrowly escaping. In the same chaos, Renita's brother managed to run from the house as well, also escaping what could have been a deadly end for him too. Now at this point, only Renita and an out-of-control Jonathan remained inside the house. He was holding a loaded gun, pacing with rage. Renita had no choice but to do what Jonathan told her. But Renita had another challenge. Her own Facebook account was blocked at the time, so she used her brother's account to go live and say the apology that Jonathan was forcing her to make.
Yes, I know I was wrong. I ain't have no business going off like that, but
What?
I am sorry, y'all. Yes.
What?
No,
While Renita was live on Facebook getting ready to say the apology, her mother, Anita, who had managed to escape, was at a neighbor's house calling 911 to report what was happening to the Shreveport police.
Can you send the police to 1301 Madness? 1301 Madness. Because they shoot Jonathan Robinson.
Okay,
1301 Madness Street.
Okay, is he shooting now?
Yeah, he's shooting now, ma'am.
Okay.
All
Can you
right.
tell me what he's wearing? Hold on. Can you tell me what he's wearing? Hello? Can you tell me what?
Ma'am, I can't tell what he got on.
Okay, yeah. Okay, you see him right now? Officers need to know when they pull up who he is.
He's in a car.
Okay, what kind of
He's
vehicle?
in a little brown car. The car's still in the driveway.
Okay, who is he shooting at?
He's shooting at my daughter.
Okay. Okay, is everybody safe inside of the residence?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
My daughter in there.
where's your daughter at?
She in there now.
Okay. And what's your name, ma'am?
Anita Williams.
Okay, I'm gonna keep you on the phone if you can until officers get there so you can make sure you guys are okay.
Okay.
Okay, and where is he at now? Do you know?
He in the house still. He's still in the house, ma'am.
Okay, he's in the house?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and where are you?
I'm outside of some other house.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, no, stay on the phone with me.
Tell them, please, ma'am, to hurry up.
They're on the way. While we're talking, they're on the way, okay? Are they into some type of dispute or something?
Yes, ma'am. He has the gun. He in there now.
Okay, and you don't know what color shirt he's wearing or nothing like that?
He got on burgundy shirt, but the car's still in the yellow, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine, but like I said, you can stay on the phone with me.
Okay, it's 1301 Nelly. He's in the house with the gun.
They're already on the way. Is your daughter in the house too?
Yes, she's in there with my son.
Okay, and your son, how old's your son?
He's 30.
30, okay.
Back to the house. Renita, still on Facebook Live and minutes away from her death. Renita was clearly scared, and she did what she was asked, hoping it might save her, but Jonathan had already made up his mind. Then, without even thinking twice, he pulled the trigger.
Huh? You think I'm worried about the police right now?
No.
I tell you, I don't give a fuck about no fucking police, you heard?
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, playing with me. Bitch, we'll pull up right now. Pull up.
Okay.
Pull up. Pull up.
Uh-huh. No, it was just, I apologize.
What's up?
Because I couldn't go live on my phone. My page is blocked.
Bitch wanna be famous, I'm gonna make him famous.
No.
Wanna be famous, I'm gonna make you famous.
No.
No. Everybody wanna be famous, let's be famous today.
Okay. Stop, Jonathan! Stop, Jonathan!
And that's how Jonathan ended Renita's life. The man she once trusted, the one she laughed with, shared drinks with, and called her own, turned out to be the one who would end her life. All those happy memories they shared were just hiding the painful moment that was waiting for her. After the heartbreaking moment in the house, Jonathan tried to escape, but by that time the police had already arrived at the scene. What followed was another terrifying situation, one that shocked not just the officers, but the entire community.
What you're about to see now for the first time are the heart-pounding moments when Shreveport police put their own lives on the line in a desperate attempt to save Renita. No!
114 to dispatch. We have shots fired out here. Everybody hold their position. Hold your position.
These are the first shots fired
Dispatch up here around to the scene with the drone coming.
in a sometimes confusing
Dispatch, what's the street to the south of us?
Maybe State Street.
Simple. Direct units to the south of us, please.
chaotic.
Can anybody give us where the shots are coming from?
They're coming from inside that residence, 1301 Natalie.
80-minute standoff
I need someone to key up and tell me that they are getting on magazine with the binoculars or something that can see down from the north.
For over an hour, Jonathan had a standoff with the SWAT team as some community members also ran for their safety. Police quickly surrounded the house, bringing in negotiators to de-escalate the situation, but Jonathan wasn't ready to stop. He kept shooting at them, lost in anger and refusing to back down. In an effort to calm him down, the police brought in Nancy, the woman Jonathan called his main chick. When she spoke to him, something shifted. Jonathan finally began to calm down. Nancy managed to convince him to drop the gun, which he did. That's when the SWAT team could get their hands on Jonathan. He was handcuffed and taken into custody, bringing his terrifying rampage to an end. But here is where he made some shocking claims.
It started shooting.
What happened after that? After you shot the police, what happened after that?
I think I shot him.
Where'd you shoot her at?
I know in the leg, and I don't know well. I never really seen why I shot her. I just know I shot her something like I seen blood.
Did she say anything after that? Alright, what happened after that?
I just know I shot at the police.
From where? Like, tell me where you were shooting at the police at. Where were they at?
Everywhere. I was shooting everywhere.
What were you using?
What SK?
How'd you get to the house?
In my car.
Who was with you? You were by yourself? Alright, so when you get there in your car, where do you go?
I kick her door in.
Which door?
Not the one I came out of, but the other one.
In the front of the house?
The left one or the right one?
The right one.
Okay. Alright, so what happens when you go in the house? Who's in there?
Her mama, her, and I didn't know her brother was in there until she said Marcy in the closet. When I told Marcy come out,
Did you shoot into the closet?
No. I wasn't. No, it's just like, it wasn't about, it just was about a person hurting a person that I love dearly that I'm supposed to protect.
Like, so when you go in the house, though, what do you see and where do you go and what happens?
I go in her room.
Which one is that?
That's the bedroom with the back door to it.
Okay.
I go in that room, and I'm still asking her, like, why is you steady doing it? So her mama come in there. I don't know what she said, but when she said something, I shot the gun. Cause she didn't see me come in there with the gun or nothing. I didn't even know she was in there. Mm-hmm. It's like when she came in, when I heard her say something, I just shot the gun.
At her?
No, I didn't never seen her. I just heard her.
Her mom.
Yeah.
Where did you point the gun when you shot it?
It was like, I just had it pointed at a wall or something.
Okay.
In the bedroom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I never seen her. I just heard her. I just heard her say, I'm gonna call the police or something. I just shot the gun.
During the police interrogation, he calmly explained each step, giving investigators a disturbing and detailed account of how he turned a deadly decision into reality. But what made his confession even more chilling was how he showed both sadness and certainty at the same time. During the interrogation, Jonathan broke down in tears, yet he still kept saying he meant to do everything, and with that, Jonathan Robinson had no escape. He now had to face the full weight of justice for what he had done. During the court trial, Jonathan showed a few moments where he seemed sorry. At one point, he even looked directly at Anita Williams, Renita's mother, and tried to say he was sorry. But no matter how many words he used to explain or excuse what he had done, nothing could take away the pain he caused her family. In the end, the court made a decision. Jonathan Robinson was sentenced and his fate was sealed. He will spend the rest of his life in prison. Renita Williams' death deeply affected the entire community of Shreveport. She was known for her kindness, creativity, and the strong love she had for her children. Her sudden and violent death left everyone in disbelief. People who knew Renita took to social media to share their pain. They posted pictures, memories, and loving words, choosing to remember her not for what happened, but for how she lived and the light she brought into their lives.
I know that you all here assembled, and is there anyone that would like to share any thoughts, any memories, anything about Renita? If so, you can do so right now. Just a 2 or 3 minute expression. Is there anyone that would like to say anything on Renita's behalf? All right, there's one. He love and he miss her. I know y'all all didn't come out to look at me. Don't nobody got nothing they want to say about Renita. I know y'all she had to have some kind of effect on you.
Well, I love my niece. She's always there. She's always sharing her memories about things that she's doing and exploring. And I wish, like, heck, I could have her back.
Hello everyone. I just want to thank each and everyone that's out here today.
Pull your balloons.
When I say
You got a face cut.
my baby was well loved from the people that's out here, from the people that came from all over the world, from the text, the phone call, from everything that you brought to me, it touched me in some kind of way because I know one thing, that she was loved. I just want y'all to continue to make sure that y'all keep Renita in y'all heart. Don't let a day go by with just you don't think about her, because she was a loved person. One thing about my daughter, she lived her life. She lived her life unconditionally. Whatever Renita wanted, whatever she wanted to do, my baby, she did it. She made sure she did it.
Even though Anita was hurt during the attack, the pain of losing her daughter was much worse. She was heartbroken and angry, trying to understand how someone she once trusted could do something so evil. In a video of her after a court session, you can see how deep her pain was, knowing that no matter what happens, nothing will ever bring her daughter back.
The decision has been made between us and everybody else, so we feel a lot better. It hurts me. It hurts me so bad. By killing Jonathan, it's not going to bring Ranita back. None whatsoever. So, decision has been made, and that's what it is.
On April 21, 2018, Ranita was laid to rest in Princeton, Bossier Parish, Louisiana. Many people from different parts of the city came to attend her final church service, offering their last prayers and paying their respects. It was a heartbreaking moment as loved ones gathered to say goodbye to a woman who had touched so many lives.
The family needs your strength. There's strength in praise. That's it. Release your praise. Release it. Release it. The devil is a liar. Release it. God is good. Release it. God is good. God is still.
I continue to pray for Ranita, her children, and her family. May God protect you, give you strength, and bring you comfort forever. Let me know what you think about Ranita's story in the comments below.